How's everybody doing? Here's a toast to you. Having a little mellow, you know. It is 3:11 in the morning. I just finished my dinner. I had a nice dinner. Cause I gotta eat. I gotta eat. I don't eat. I drink, smoke, drug. I don't eat, and I gotta really eat now. But anyway, uh, today we are going to do incompatibility of sign. We are finished with the Libra series from Aries to Pisces. We are doing today Pisces and Libra incompatibility of signs. Drinking a nice Merlot, a nice bottle, 1997, a good year. I prefer really 1992, 1991. Well, there was a girl group that I am in love with, fell in love with. I was in my early 20s. It was TLC. They were the shit in the early 90s. So this is to you, TLC. Sometimes I go to my nostalgic moments. And I'm 51. Come on. I'm headed towards my second sign of return. Let's hope I survive it. Let's hope. Anyway, I'm on Instagram. Well, I've always been on Instagram. I just never made it public because I'm not really big on promoting myself like that. I have a management team that does that for me. But now they're telling me, oh, Fernando, you gotta let people know. So I'm on Instagram, Fernando Prudhomme, and also the People's Astrologer Instagram. That, as my business, has its own following. No, so you're welcome to go to the People's Astrologer. I do have videos on my Instagram page on the People's Astrologer, so go in. I always give preludes of my next incoming videos on Instagram, both on my Fernando Prudhomme page and on the People's Astrologer page. I do have a third Instagram page, which is Harlem Public. Don't follow that. Even though I have plenty of subscribers there, and I have to figure out a way to switch it and merge it all into one account. I'm trying to get my management team to do that for me. Okay, so today we're going to discuss incompatibility of signs, and we are finishing with Pisces and Libra. This completes the compatibility and incompatibility series uh, of Libra or on Libra. Okay, so we're done with Libra. We're done with Leo. We're done with a few others, and then I want to really hit it running because again I'm going to Singapore and to Shanghai. Dream Trips, the other business that I own and run. Or a member of the business. It's a conglomerate business, so I'm just one of the rep members, and I'm cultivating that business, and it's going very well. That's part of my, I do a lot of traveling, but a lot of it is also business. So, that's where that is, okay? So, for those of you, and I want to say something about, uh, a lot of people say that, Fernando, you're so good at what you do. How come you don't have many subscribers? How come you only got 15,000? Understand that this is spiritual. If I get 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, do you think I'm going to be as accessible to you as I am now? I'm not here to blow up and be famous in that way. As a number 19 karmic number carrier and bearer, I'm not here to reach a certain level of fame like that, because fame and fortune can be very distracting and can take you away from the great work. That's not what I'm here to experience, even though I've experienced that before in other lifetimes. I'm here to be a healer and to bring consciousness and live comfortably, of course, but not to be over the top. Okay, which is why I'm not at the level that I should be, that most people feel that with the kind of information and knowledge that I give, I should have been already at the $1 million mark. No, that is not, as a shaman, my goal nor my mission carved out for me in this incarnation. No, you can't be a healer and be famous and rich. They don't go together. Okay? You're gonna be spiritual, you're gonna be spiritual. If you're going to be a businessman and be a wealthy businessman, that's another thing. But if you're going to do that, you can't be spiritual. It has to be one or the other. And I am most certainly, as you know, quite spiritual. And they're the ones that determine my wealth and all my triumph, my successes and failures, and all my demise. It's all upon the contingent, upon the Creator. As you know, we are under the auspices of the Creator. Our life is not our own like we think it is. That's an illusion, which is in keeping of this combination of Pisces, which rules exactly which is what I represent. I am a shaman, astrologer, a medium, a seer, a mystic, a cosmic man, whatever you want to call it, demonic creator, whatever you want to call it. And yes, you all know that I got my pantheons and my beings. There might be guys as Catholic saints, right? But they're actual extraterrestrial beings. And we've talked about that, right? Or at least a little bit about it. I'm not allowed to discuss certain mysteries that can be quite terrifying to the human experience and the human knowledge. Okay? So Pisces represents those deep, 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 deep mysteries of God, of life, the cosmos, the very essence and origin of mankind. All of that falls under Pisces. Okay? Pisces, understand, is the most mystical sign of all 12 signs. It is ruled by Neptune. I just told you in Aquarius Libra that Neptune and Uranus are two planets that are considered to be demonic or called malefics in classical astrology. And in cosmology, as well as in astrology, we have no accountability for Uranus or for Neptune. We don't believe that these two out of planets were thrown off from the central mass, that they somehow ended up in our solar system as rogue planets from other solar systems, and they're bringing their mysteries that belongs to a foreign god from a foreign solar system into our own system. I know it's deep and outrageous. I'd be in a straitjacket by now if I discussed this openly. But all occultists and people that are members of the secret societies, okay? We know the deal. We know the deal. So understand that these planets hold powerful mysteries of not only God, our solar system, our universe, and all that's contained with it and in it. That kind of mystery, you best believe, is going to be embedded in the human ego and personality of the Piscean person. And we know that Libra is open. If we're dealing with a Libra who's completely unaware, right? The innocently naive, the four types that I mentioned, including Butch. Okay? They are, if we are going to be talking about the female Libra and the Pisces man. Woo-wee! Here, Libra, Miss Libra, or Mr. Libra, you're fucked. Here, you're dealing with water, psychic, intuition, no logic, no right brain activity here. Oh, bitch, nigga, Mr. and Mrs. Libra, what are you gonna do? Because with Pisces, there are no rules. There are no boundaries. You are in a canoe. Never mind a fucking ship. A canoe that can tip over at any time by just a subtle wave with no paddle in the open ocean. You're fucked. That's Pisces and Libra. But before we jump in, and there's a lot to say concerning this combination, the most unlikely combination that you'll find in the zodiac: Pisces and Libra. Neptune in Libra. Donald Trump has Neptune in Libra. Can you figure Donald Trump out? What kind of relationship does he have with his wife, Melania? Can you see them in the bed, shacking up? Can you even see them naked, close to each other? Pisces is the illusionist. All is not what it seems with Pisces. Neither it is with our 45th president. So, Neptune in Libra as an aspect makes you a space cadet, an airhead, or can make you a victim of the ultimate Benedict Arnold with this Neptune in Libra, with this combination. Now, think of it as two people, a Neptunian and a Venetian. Well, here's what's interesting is that Venus is the lower octave of Neptune. The higher octave of Venus is Neptune. Each planet has an exoteric, mundane, and esoteric meaning. The moon rules Cancer, but the esoteric ruler of Cancer, besides the moon, which is exoteric, is Pluto. Pluto is the esoteric ruler of Cancer when we're talking about esoteric astrology. Uranus is the esoteric ruler of Virgo, the higher octave of Mercury, which rules both Virgo and Gemini. Is Aquarius, Uranus, that's the higher octave. Venus, which rules Libra and Taurus, the higher octave of Venus is Neptune. The higher octave of Mars, the god of war, is also Pluto. Jupiter, the king of the gods, has no higher octave. Saturn has no higher octave. So understand that the lower and higher octave of planets reside with the inner planets connected to the outer planets. So technically speaking, Venus, which is the ruler of Libra, has a higher octave, which is Neptune. So if we have Neptune in Libra, you would think that it will function just as great because it's the higher octave of Venus. The answer is that it's not. It acts terribly in Libra. It's horrible. Horrible. The Venus function with Libra is just enough. But when you put Neptune, which breaks away the mind and the intellect and tends towards dissolution of the faculties of the five senses to a transcendental octave of a higher vibration of intelligence that transcends the five senses, that is something that Libra cannot handle. Cancer, yes. Scorpio, yes. Pisces, definitely. But Libra, it might make Libra go crazy, go insane, and go confused. Because Libra's approach to the world and to interpreting the world is to the intellect. It's not going to happen in any other way. So Neptune in Libra can be really problematic. It can lead to nervous breakdown of mind, dissolution. Oh my God, a plethora of all kinds of anomalies that cannot be diagnosed, cannot be pinpointed. This can be a real problem for Libra, despite the fact that the higher octave of its ruler will be Neptune, its ruler being Venus. Pisces and Libra represent a square, an elemental square. You got water and air. They square. But before we jump right in, let's discuss where we find this combination in nature. Okay, we can compare this combination, uh, cardinal Libra and mutable water, to a phenomenology that occurs in the ocean where there's a vortex that reappears from time to time. They call that the Old Faithful. Look it up on Nat Geo or National Geographic. It is a whirlpool that forms out of nowhere, And this whirlpool, if a boat is caught up in it, you're going to go under and you're going to die. Because the whirlpool is so powerful that you won't be able to escape out of it. It's like a black hole, and you're entering the event horizon of the black hole. It's called Old Faithful, where you have a whirlwind of water, a vortex forms, and takes any ship, anything down. It's very, very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. And that occurs on the Great Lakes, and it occurs in the open ocean. And there was a time where a lot of people didn't understand what was causing that. But you know what that causes it? When there's a collision of air that smashes into a particular basin that creates a whirlwind. But it's more complex than how I'm describing it because there are several processes going on at the same time. And this is what causes called the Old Faithful. And if you get caught and it appears out of nowhere, and God forbid it appears when you're near because you'll go down. Even if you have a life raft, you'll drown because the vortex is so powerful that it sucks you right in like a funnel. There is no surviving that. This is cardinal air and mutable water. We can compare it to the Venus flytrap. A beautiful flower, and the insect goes in and and it got claws like teeth. Oh, have you seen a Venus flytrap? It looks wicked. Oh, a combination of two elements, the plant and the insect kingdom, fused into one, which occur in past the Hyperborean and epoch, if we're talking, anthropology. Okay, so these are rarities in nature. Okay, but we can go more common with this combination and say that we have a weather system, a weather pattern, which occurs out of nowhere, which is Pisces. Anything that deals with cloud formation and rain, that's Pisces. But it could be a wonderful day, a sunny day. But what brings a storm system or a cloud system to the surface? The movement of air. The air moves the cloud, the gray cloud that has the rain and the thunderstorm, and all of a sudden, from a sunny day, now you got now the sun is clouded, blocked by a gray cloud that came out of nowhere. The wind brought it over, and now you have sun. Where you have sun, now you got rain and thundering. And it could be sunny at the same time that this is happening. This is another example of cardinal air and mutable water. Because mutable water doesn't have to be in the ocean. It can be in a cloud. A great cloud holds water. That's water and air in the same space. Air, the cloud, and you got water. That right there is a square. A square. When it reaches a certain peak, the rain drops to the earth. Do you see how the mechanics operate in nature? What may cause the cloudy cloud of rain to drop the rain is the burning fire of the sun. At the same time that the cardinal air brings that cloud by the proximity of the sun. Now you got sunny side, but it's raining at the same time. You've been there. You know what I'm talking about. This is another aspect of that combination. So, having said that, we can ascribe this combination to the human ego and personality of each individual under this combination. So, what would be the actual manifestation psychologically concerning this manifestation? Well, it will be over emotionalism. Over emotionalism. Sentimentality. Being overly emotional. This can happen with Pisces with a very sad thought. Thought belongs to Libra. Thought is air. And Pisces is temperamental. Libra is not. But the day that Libra becomes emotional and temperamental and teary-eyed and emotional and almost to the point of histrionic, that is a momentary episode of water and air. And it's very difficult to see Libra, both men or women, shed a tear. When they do, it can be intimidating, scary, painful, since Libra doesn't like to lose control emotionally. So to see her lose control emotionally or him can be quite a painful thing to experience. They're out of their element here when it comes to water. But then but the interesting thing is that when it comes to Pisces, Pisces can function quite well intellectually. Remember, the opposite polarity of Pisces is Virgo, the sign of the intellect. Mercury, the intellectual. So Pisces can flip on you. Remember, it's two fishes going in the opposite direction. One can be emotional and one can be intellectual. And if Libra doesn't know the difference between the two, she can get caught out there, or he can get caught out there. The Libra man doesn't handle emotional displays or even emotional issues well. The only way that he will feel compelled and forced to handle that situation will be if his wife or someone close to him, particularly a woman that he's fucking, is going through something that he might have no choice but to actually get involved and try to figure out. And it will be inconvenient for him to do so, but he will have to do it if he is to maintain a good relationship with the emotional person that now requires a certain balancing that he, as a Libra, might need to bring to balance. But it takes effort. And Mr. Libra, depending on where he's at, might not be so as inclined or disposed. It's different though if you're dealing with the Libra woman. Well, the Libra woman, even though she's not really gonna care either emotionally about what you're going through, and if she does, she's not gonna use that as her final assessment to figure out what's wrong with you. To her, that's just a sidebar. She's gonna want to delve into the emotion, the intellectual, psychosocial conditioning that brought about the emotion. But it's not that she's gonna care about the emotion in itself. All she wants to know, like he would want to know, is what brought about the emotional display and try to dissect it. That in itself is not empathy, nor is it compassion. It is just an ocular dissection to look at something emotionally and see what brought about it. But that in itself doesn't confer compassion. It doesn't confer empathy. Libra can still come across as very cold and very insensitive, despite her or his intentions to want to figure you out emotionally. Because they cannot do that without dissecting the event from the emotion. And sometimes you cannot do that. Sometimes you have to look at both of them in the same homogeneity to make sense of what the person may be experiencing and going through. This is difficult for Libra to absorb and to integrate and to even accept. It's easier with Pisces, both the man and the woman. And we are done with part one.